Next week in Emmerdale is looking explosive. A wedding that might not even reach the vows, a teenager dragged further into danger, and one villager quietly battling a health problem they'd rather ignore. Gabby and Vinny are meant to be celebrating, but this big day could leave someone broken instead. Meanwhile, April finds herself in a situation that could change her life. Liam's pushed into facing something he doesn't want to admit, and Moira makes a choice that could backfire badly. And spoiler number 6 is the one you'll want to watch right to the end. It's going to hit hard. Before we get going, hit subscribe to Episode Whisper so you're always first to hear the latest from the Dales. Now, here are all 10 spoilers for the week of 15th to 19th September. Spoiler 1: Gabby and Vinny's wedding build-up. It's the wedding we weren't sure we'd ever see Gabby and Vinny finally tying the knot. Or at least, that's the plan. The trouble is, the whole event is already laced with nerves. Vinny's head is all over the place thanks to what happened with Mike, and his best man Cammy isn't exactly helping matters. Cammy's guilt is weighing him down, and it's obvious he's keeping something back. Gabby, meanwhile, is in full bride mode but still senses that something's not quite right with Vinny. She corners him, pressing for honesty, but he's trying to hide the truth. Long-time viewers will know this isn't the time Vinny has bottled things up when he's under pressure. He's done it before with Mandy and Liv, and it always ends badly. The big question is, can Gabby and Vinny actually make it down the aisle, or is this wedding doomed before it even begins? Spoiler 2: Arthur steps up for Gabby. One of the sweeter moments in the middle of all this chaos is Gabby choosing Arthur to walk her down the aisle. Now, this is a big deal. Gabby has had so many mother figures over the years. Bernice, Laurel, even Kim in her own sharp-tongued way. And now Kim and Bernice are both back in the mix, clearly hoping to take on that role. But Gabby throws a curveball. She doesn't pick any of the older women, she turns to Arthur. And honestly, it's such a lovely choice. Their bond as brother and sister has been through plenty of ups and downs. But it feels right that Arthur's the one by her side. Fans who followed Gabby from her teenage years will probably get a bit emotional watching this. It's a reminder that despite all the drama, family ties still run deep in the village. Spoiler 3: Vinny goes missing on the big day. Here's where it gets messy. Just as everything's lined up for the ceremony, word spreads that Vinny hasn't actually turned up. The groom is nowhere to be seen. Cammy's panicking, leaving frantic voicemails, and poor Gabby walks into the church only to be told her husband-to-be is missing. Can you imagine the humiliation? After all the build-up, all the family drama, she's left standing there with nothing. It's heartbreaking stuff, and it raises a million questions. Is Vinny deliberately doing a runner, or is there more to it? Given the threats hanging over him, there's every chance he's been forced into something. Either way, Gabby's future is about to blow up in her face, and this storyline could drag her back into old destructive patterns. This could really shake things up for months ahead. Spoiler 4: April lies to Rhona while the wedding chaos is brewing. April's storyline takes another dangerous turn. She's still caught up in Ray's criminal world, and this week she ends up making yet another drop. Only this time, PC Swirling spots her in the car park. He doesn't push too hard, but he does insist on giving her a lift back to the village. When Rhona sees them together, she's instantly suspicious. But April's quick on her feet, spinning lie after lie to cover her tracks. And sadly, Rhona believes her. This could remind older viewers of when Aaron used to cover for Robert's dodgy dealings. The same slippery slope of lies that always spiral out of control. It's tough to watch April go down this road, because she's always been seen as one of the more grounded younger characters. But right now, she's tangled in something way bigger than she can handle. Spoiler 5: Ray manipulates Dylan. Ray, of course, isn't letting go of this hold he has over Dylan and April. He warns Dylan that April's a liability, pointing out how close she came to being caught. Dylan, who still has those rose-tinted glasses on when it comes to Ray, tries to smooth over with April. He even talks about the flat they've been dreaming of getting together. But instead of reassuring her, it just makes April angrier. She storms off, sick of the whole thing. And you can't blame her. Dylan is so blinded by his misplaced trust in Ray that he can't see the damage being done. This is classic Emmerdale storytelling. A young couple with so much potential being dragged down by a dangerous influence. Viewers might remember when Aaron was manipulated by older figures in his early days. The same kind of pattern is happening here. And you just know it's going to end badly. Spoiler 6: April confronts Ray. And here's where April finally shows some real fire. She decides enough is enough and challenges Ray directly. She asks him point blank when their debts are actually going to be cleared. It's a bold move, but it backfires fast. Ray doesn't take kindly to being questioned. Instead, he makes it clean that's not done with her yet and drags her into his car for another job. The moment is chilling, because it shows just how little power April really has here. Dylan is left terrified as he watches this happen, and for the first time, he might be starting to see the truth about Ray. I can't believe they're going there again with a teenager being pulled into crime, but at the same time, it's exactly the kind of gritty, nerve-shredding story Emmerdale has always been known for. Spoiler 7: Liam hides his health worries over at the allotment. Claudette stumbles across Liam in a very awkward situation. He's clearly struggling with a medical problem. Instead of brushing it off, she pushes him to take it seriously and book an appointment. But Liam, being Liam, he tries to downplay it. He's always been a proud man, sometimes to his own detriment. Long-term fans will remember the grief and guilt he carried after Leanna's death, and how he bottled up so many emotions. Now, with his health on the line, that same stubbornness is kicking in. This could lead to a powerful storyline about men's health, something soaps don't always tackle head-on. And if Liam ignores it for too long, the consequences could be dire. Spoiler 8: Moira makes a risky deal meanwhile. At Butler's farm, Celia shows up with a contract that smells dodgy from a mile off. Moira, who's been through countless business struggles over the years, knows in her gut it's illegal. But she signs anyway, desperate to keep things afloat. Now, if history tells us anything, it's that Moira signing deals under pressure never ends well. Remember the mess she got into with Kane and the farm years back? This feels like the start of another ticking time bomb. And Ross being involved only complicates things further. Celia has never been the most trustworthy of characters, so I'd bet money this is going to unravel sooner rather than later. Spoiler 9: Dylan looks for work, trying to dig himself out of trouble. Dylan goes for a job interview at the depot with Caleb and Jai. On paper, it sounds like a smart move: earn some money, pay off the debts, get away from Ray. But knowing Dylan, his inexperience and nerves might let him down. It'll be interesting to see how Caleb and Jai react to him. Caleb can be ruthless, but Jai has a soft spot for younger people trying to get on the straight and narrow. This could either be the break Dylan needs, or just another reminder of how far out of his depth he really is. Spoiler 10: Bob and Bernice's late night chat, and finally, we end the week with something lighter but still meaningful. Bernice, feeling sorry for herself after clashing with Gabby and Nicola, ends up pouring her heart out to Bob. Over a bottle of wine, the two of them start reminiscing about old times. Now, we've seen Bernice and Bob circle around each other before, and let's be honest, neither of them is exactly lucky in love. So is this just a bit of friendly comfort, or are the writers hinting at them reigniting something deeper? It might not be the headline drama of the week, but moments like these are what give Emmerdale its charm. Amid all the crime, heartbreak and chaos, you've got two characters just sharing a drink and remembering who they used to be. If you're still watching and enjoying all these spoilers, this is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow, and it means you'll never miss out when the next batch of soap updates land. Plus, I'd love to hear what you think. Which of these storylines excites you the most? Drop a comment and let's chat about it. So that's the week of 15 to 19 September in Emmerdale. A wedding in chaos, April's life on the line, Liam's health secret, Moira's dangerous gamble, and Bernice possibly heading back into Bob's arms. It's classic Emmerdale. Heartbreak, danger, family ties, and just enough nostalgia to remind us why we've stuck with this show for decades. Next week could be one of those turning points where multiple storylines shift direction at once. And as fans, that's exactly what keeps us glued. If you enjoyed this rundown, don't forget to give the video a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more spoilers every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for even more drama from the Dales.